Hello, today we will discuss about the grep command. The grep command is a very interesting command. If I open the man page, it will tell me that it prints lines that match patterns. So if you want to search for something in a text file or any document that you have, CSV files, HTML file, all files that have text, or maybe in many cases binary, you can use this command. So let us start with a simple example. First, let me have list. I have these folders. If I want to pipe it into grep, so let's say I want to search for anything. Let's say I want to search for VM. It will tell me there are two lines that have VM, VirtualBox VMs and VM. Okay, let us use the regex that we learned before. So if I say grep dot means any character. So it should print everything for me. All the lines, it will print them. If I say grep something that begins with capital D, so it gives me desktop, documents, and downloads. If I say small d, unfortunately, no file starts with small d. No input starts with small d. Why? Because it is case sensitive. If I want to use to have case insensitive, I will use grep -i, and then I will put something starting with D. It will give me desktop, documents, and downloads. Let us continue with something that we used in the earlier video. Let's say something which ends in S. So I have to put $. It will tell me, if you look, all of the solutions are ending in S. Okay. So now let us get into another file. This command, I will use the data from this command. Sensors is a command that gives the temperature of the CPU and all of this. If you don't have it on your system, in Debian or Ubuntu, you can install it using sudo apt install lm sensors. Okay, it's already installed in my system. So we'll use it now to grab some files. Let us enter this one. So first, let's see if I want to search for something with core. So I say grep core. It will tell me I have core temp and core. The capital core that is available there, it will not give it. But if I say core -i, it will give me the other one. Let me, if I want core only without the temp, how can I do that? So I have to use a special command here, which is W. Let me remove the I if you want. You can keep it. If I put grep -w core, it will give me only a word core, not a part of a word. Core temp is part of a word. So you can isolate it and have more data from it. Another example, if I want to check for, let's say, I will use the end command. The end command means it will print for me. Let's say I want to search for core. Okay. Here, what it tells me that core temp is at line 9 and GPU core is at line 16. So it's a very effective way of knowing where in the file it is located. Another example, if you notice the file, let me first. If you notice the file, there are some empty lines. if I want to know the empty lines, where are they located? If there is a neat answer we can use is grep caret dollar, which says that the start of the line and the end of the line are the same. That's the definition of an empty line. So and I put here minus n, where it is located. So he tell me at line 4, line 8, line 13, line 20, and line 24. If I want to delete these lines, how can I do it? There's a very good alternative I can use, is minus v. Minus v says select everything except the match. So this one is a cool way to delete files, and if you want I can add the n so that I will know which ones are not deleted. So here, if you notice, the line 4, 8, 13, 20, 24 up, they are removed. So now if you want this one, I can grab it into another file and I can use it. That's the whole solution of grep. You can simplify things, simplify data, get the minimum data that you want in order to use it in another script or another file, so that your data will be more efficient and presentable. As an example, I will give another example. Let's say I want to have a paragraph, a certain paragraph, like I want this one only from all this chunk. So what I have to do is, all this file I need to take, okay, all this file, I have to grep everything from here down, and then I will have to grep from here up. As an example, what I will do, there is a command which says grep, it's called -a, which is locate for me after the solution, the pattern that I have, let's say 20 lines. Okay, so after the location, I need 20 lines after the location. What is the pattern? The pattern is, it should have core temp, which is this. So now what I have is, it removed the other top values. It only get from core temp down. To get from the solution up, there is another command, -b, capital B. So what I will do, this one, the same one, I had to channel it again. So I will channel it again, grep -b, also 20, but now it's less than 20, the file, I think, but it doesn't matter. You can put 20, you could put 200. It's already cut. Let's say 20. And from where I need to cut it, I said I need to cut it from here, capital core. So capital core. Okay. So now I have this chunk I can remove. These are very important if you have a table, a very big file with a small table, and you want to extract only this table. So what you do is, you look at the top of the table, you put -a. Let's say if the table is 20 or 200, you put 200. How long is the table? And then you grep from -b down. There is also the C command. The C command is similar to A and B, but it gives me the location up and before. Example, let's say I want to, let me clear first. If I have these sensors, okay, let's say I want to check here the package ID. Okay, the package ID. So first I need to put sensors, grep Okay, minus capital C. Let's say one up and one down, one line up and one line down, one line up, one line down. And the pattern that I need is, from, so if I say one up and one down, it should give me this one and this one, this one and this one. So I will have to say something starting with back, oh, it doesn't matter, it's the same because there's no other package. So when I press enter, it gives me, this is the pattern before and after. Another thing, if you want to find two patterns, if you want to get two patterns at the same time, not and, or, as an example, if I want to find, something fan and temp, both. So print for me lines that have temp and have fan. So what I do is I use first sensors, grep minus grep. I use fan or temp. Okay, so it prints for me all these. If you notice here in regex, we don't use this backslash and we don't use this one. But for grep, we have to use it. If you want to use the traditional one where you don't put the backslash, you have to use grep. You have to use the extension -e. So if you have -e, it is the same thing. So these two are the same. You can use the other one. If you want to have and, let's say I want to have let's say temp 1 and critical. This line, I want only temp 1 and critical. What can I do? It's very simple. If you want to find and, so what you do is grep. First you find the temp 1. Temp 1. Okay, and then later on, after you find temp 1, you channel it into crit.